And our next movie we're moving into, theatrical release, is Amazing Grace. Set in 18th century England, Amazing Grace tells the true story of William Wilberforce and his battle against the slave trade in Parliament. He finds himself between his personal choice and political one. Friends such as Thomas Clarkson and Lord Charles Fox provide help, but it is the words of John Newton, the one who wrote the song Amazing Grace, played by Albert Finney, who guides William. This movie takes the characters through 2 decades and a long list of actual people who participated in this important part of history.
Remember, God made men equal.
I once was blind, but now I see. Didn't I write that?
Yes, you did.
Now at last it's true.
Amazing Grace.
I like this movie. I like this movie quite a bit, for the most part. I thought it was really good. It's a good period piece. It looks great. The acting I thought was pretty much spot on. It was great. It was just good.
See, I like the history of the movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the movie. I do not like the movie.
I liked it. I'll agree with you that there's weaknesses in it, and those weaknesses are inherent in the directing.
Well, and I think they're based in the actors too. I don't think that Ian Grufford, the main character, who's William Wilberforce, is, to me, he just didn't. He seemed dull. He seemed to lack.
Well, I think his character was kind of held back a little, but I think that was a character choice, not necessarily him.
I think what made the acting was all the supporting actors, like Albert Finney playing as John Newton.
I agree, but I don't agree with Grufford. I thought he did a fine job.
The movie seemed to me, it seemed dull. It seemed too long.
See now, the reason where you say dull, it's not too long either. It's only like 2 hours.
No, maybe it felt long because it was dull.
But really, the only thing where I can agree with you saying dull is that it feels more like a stage play rather than a movie.
That's because I paid to see a movie. I didn't pay to see a play.
Well, that's right.
I enjoy plays, but I didn't want to see a play.
I didn't say it was a play, though. I just said it feels a little bit more like it because the director never actually took advantage of the camera as much as he should have. These moments, these great moments come up, and you never actually get the full effect of them. They're just there sometimes, but not always.
Well, another thing that bothered me, there's this great song, Amazing Grace, written by John Newton, who's played by Albert Finney, like I said before.
Well, who's awesome in it.
Wilbur is supposed to have this phenomenal voice. Once he sings, it's horrendous. It's ferocious. I can't. I
will
can't.
admit
It was horrible. His voice. It sounded like my cat. My cat sounded good. He sounded better than that. I'm sorry.
I will admit that was probably the weakest part of the entire movie for me. But you know what? The rest of it, I was enthralled with it. I enjoyed it for the most part. But a good lacking part was the director did not take advantage of the camera work. So I'm going to hold back a little out here on my star rating. I'm going to only give it 3 stars. I probably should have given it at least 3.5, but he knocked it down because the director didn't actually realize every single scene. You could tell that. The actors did. And the actors, I mean, it felt real. They felt genuine. So, and that's basically what I get. 3 stars.
Okay, here's my point. Everybody should know who Wilbur Wilberforce was. And they should know the history of the slave trade. That's why I want people to see this movie. Not because it's a good movie, but they should know under the history of it. I would rather people
go read about it.
Exactly. I would rather have people do a biography on Wilbur.
See, I think it's a good movie. I think they should show this in classrooms.
I give it a 2 star. That's
2 stars.
2 stars.
That's a tough.
2. That's my rating.
No, you give it 2 stars. I give it 3. So we agree to disagree, I guess.
All right.